Hello everybody and welcome back to the Sammy Snake Racing YouTube channel, and welcome to another episode in the Tokyo Trial series. Now, for those of you who haven't seen these series of videos, we are using every single car that the AI races against you in the Tokyo 600 PP race, which is in my opinion, the number one race to earn credits from. So what we're doing, we're taking every single car, tuning it to 600 performance points and testing which performs the best, which has a good finishing time, which has the fastest lap, all whilst giving you a new car to try out and make the process of earning credits in Gran Turismo 7 a little bit more interesting. So we've already done 4 of these races, so make sure to check out the previous 4 to see how they went on. Spoiler, at the end of this race you will see the leaderboards of which is the number one car currently. It could be today's car, which is the Jaguar. We're in the Jaguar F-Type R 2014. Now normally this car does really poorly when the AI are racing it, so it's going to be interesting how it does once we put a tune on it. So let's jump in and have a look at how we've tuned this car before we get into the race. Okay, so let's have a look at the tune. This one's a little bit more complicated. I'm starting to get to grips with tuning these cars a little bit better. This was not a particularly fast car when I was first trying this out. I've tried 2 or 3 or 4 different tunes, and this is the one I've gone with, a bit of an all-rounder. So if we go through the parts that we've added, or what's on there, we've got sports hard tyres on, standard suspension, standard differential. We have put a front wing and a rear wing on it, and we've maximised the downforce at the rear, which does a few things for us. It reduces the performance points because it creates more drag on the straights, and that reduces the performance points, which allows you to add more power. But it also, with more downforce on the rear, will help to get a little bit more traction, more grip on the rear wheels, accelerating around corners, coming out of corners, because this is a rear wheel drive car with sports hard tyres on, and that is the trickiest thing about this car. We've got 67 downforce at the front out of 120, fully customizable ECU, 23 kilograms of ballast to the rear, again to help with a bit of traction, get the power down. A fully customizable manual gearbox up to 360 kilometers an hour. Again, that reduces the performance points slightly by having a manual gearbox. There's a bit of a delay when changing gears, and that's why it reduces it. It helps you again to get more power, and this track is a very fast circuit, so the more power you can have, the more straight line speed that takes priority really over cornering. And then we've got a high-end torque supercharger on there, as well as brake balance controller set to +2 to help with a bit of rotation when braking into corners. And then we've also got, in terms of engine tuning, we've stroke up, which, to be honest, I went with that because just add a little bit more power, but also get more power and torque in the lower rev range, because I thought I might need to do a bit of short shifting. So keeping the torque high in the lower rev range, which stroke up does, is better for if you need to fuel save. So that's why we did that. And then for a change, we've actually done a bit of weight reduction. So I've done stage 1 and stage 2. And I've tried that out to see which seems to be faster. It's hard to know what to do. Either add more power and sacrifice cornering speed for straight line speed, which is what we've done in the other tunes. But in this one, I thought, let's try reducing the weight, as that can help with fuel economy as well. And we're burning fuel in this race. So if we save a bit of fuel, it might not be as fast in the laps, but it could be. It could save time in the race. by not having to put as much fuel in. And then finally, we've increased the body rigidity. So that is the tune, and that brings us to 599.96. Early indications are that this isn't going to be the fastest car, but this is a pretty good tune for this car, and it feels nice to drive. The Jaguar for the AI is usually the slowest, so I wasn't expecting this to be a record breaker, particularly with it being a rear-wheel drive vehicle with wet conditions at the beginning of the race. I think the four-wheel drive cars really have an advantage there. But that's enough of me rambling on. Let's jump into the race and see how it actually performs. Right, okay, let's see how this Lamborghini performs. I'm going to keep the fuel map up because I think this could be a thirsty car, even though we've done a bit of excuse me, weight reduction to help with the fuel usage. We've also added quite a bit of drag, and the Jag just seemed to, when I first took it out on track and tested it for a lap, it just seemed to be quite thirsty anyway. So I think just naturally it eats fuel, so I want to keep an eye out on that. I don't know whether it will do the full 6 laps as comfortably as I'd like. I know it feels quite smooth around these mid-section corners. You've got the fast flowing corners. Going down the inside of Cockabun there. But where it does feel quite leery is under acceleration. Rear wheel drive with, I'm going to try it here. Oh, get in that wall, Saswillow. That was a nosedive. Yeah, it's rear wheel drive car. We have tried adding downforce to the rear of the vehicle and ballast to help counter the fact that it does try and spin its wheels, particularly out of this hairpin. Watch out this, if we can. Oof. Because Hisal's got 4-wheel drive there, he can get such better acceleration out of that corner. But we're going to struggle, particularly in the wet. Right, we're up to P2, but it's not been the fastest of laps, to be honest. We've done a 2:17 on our opening laps, and that's a 2:19.6. And the fuel, it's only just got enough fuel to do 6 laps by the looks of it, so maybe in the drier laps towards the end of the race it will come to life where it can put the power and the traction down. But I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still a nice car to drive. I like the tune, but whether it's going to be the fastest, the king of Tokyo, I'm unsure. I mean, stick to that drying line as much as possible, get as close as we can to the barrier without hitting it. Really smooth. 2.8 seconds to gallo. Use that extra bit of downforce that we've got with this tune, but be careful of the rear end stepping out under power. I am going to use 4th gear through pretty much every single corner there. Probably it could be a little bit faster in 3rds, but it will help to save fuel being in a higher gear through there, and it'll be fractional, not the time differential. Honda is also 4-wheel drive. You can just absolutely send it through there. We have to be very careful. But we're in slipstream range. I think we will be in P1 before the end of the straight. Maybe before the end of this lap, I don't know. Oh, I'm not sure who was in first before we crossed the line there, but we're in first now. A 207.1, that's not bad. But that was slipstream assisted down the straight. That might be difficult to beat, you know. Back end started to go, coming into that corner. We just had to dab on the brakes twice there. But we managed to gather that up by some acceleration input. It's all about carrying that momentum or balancing the throttle. If you watch my throttle inputs, they're all very, you know, smooth and minimal inputs going around these corners. Never, or not very often, going straight to that 100%, feeding it in nice and smooth. This is a rear-wheel drive car with a lot of power and wet lines either side of the track. So you don't want to be going wide, you don't want to be... Oh, we've lost the line a little bit on that exit, that corner. Even though we're purple there, I don't think... We haven't got the slipstream coming down the straight, and I don't think our exit was as good, so I don't think we're going to beat a 207.1 on this lap. Our fastest lap up to now... Oh, it was. Maybe the lighter fuel weight. Maybe I revved it out a little bit more. Interesting. The fastest lap we've done is a 204.9. You'll have to watch the previous videos to find out what car that was in. I have created a playlist, the Tokyo Trials playlist. All episodes on there. To be fair, at the end of this video you're going to find out which is the holder of the fastest lap and the fastest finishing time out of all of these cars. And to be honest, well, not to be honest, but if you are just only interested in what is the fastest car to do this race, I would recommend the Cappuccino with an engine swap. You have to be level 50, and we have done a guide for that. If you search top 5 ways to earn credits on Gran Turismo 7, you'll probably see my video come up that I've done, and that shows you all 5 of the best ways to earn credits within this game, the fastest ways. And also at the end it will give you a link to a guide of a tune and a run through the race like this of the Cappuccino, which I believe was like I have done a sub 24 minutes, so in less than 24 minutes. It might be 20, it's either 25 or 24. I was lapping in 1 minute 54s and 55s, I think it was. It's a very fast car, and it doesn't, you know, it saves fuel as well. It's ridiculous. As we go on a little bit faster, we're yet to get into the 206s in this thing. But what I'm saying is, watch those other videos, and you'll discover, you'll have options of the fastest cars to use, or if you just want to do what we're doing in this series of videos, try and make earning credits more enjoyable, less monotonous of just using the same thing over and over and over, then you know, try out the cars that all the AI are using, all the road cars, and see which is the best for you. See which you can tune to your personal preferences. And that way, you know, it's more enjoyable. It's lacked a little bit of you know, content from PD the last year, Gran Turismo 7. So we're trying to find our own ways of making the game more interesting. I think I might have broke a little bit early there. Yeah, I did. That was a shame. But we're okay. Right, line it up. Oh, this should be a 206. 16 seconds in front of Gallo. I'm assuming he will go in the pits this lap, because he normally starts on soft tyres. Yeah, 206.6. I wonder whether a 205 is possible in this car. Well, as you can see, this is definitely, you know, more than fast enough to win this race. Yeah, Gallo in the pits. I was going to hit the wall then. Did hit the wall there. A bit messy in those first opening two corners. We're going into the pits on this lap anyway. Might even just try fifth gear just to save even more fuel. As we're not going to finish it this lap, and there is a lot of torque in the lower revers. Can't get my words out. Lower rev ranges. I think fifth might be a little bit drastic through that corner. Yeah, this track should start to get faster for this Jag towards the end. It feels really nice actually. Very smooth, balanced, controllable. Double shift into third gear. Still tries to kick the back end out. We've got half a lap of fuel left. But we're in the pits now. Right, hard tyres and refuel. I must admit, a few times I've done these videos and just thought I was in the daily races and clicked do not refuel, and then had to redo them. This is, to be fair, I did that on the last one. This is a re-recording. I've already done 6 laps and restarted. Oh well. Right, okay. We'll take just 6.3, so we know we've got more than enough. So Swallow might overtake us here. Yeah, that's a shame. He's going to come flying past us. So we're going to be traffic affected. Cockabun's 7.2 seconds. I think I might have broke late. I was too busy looking at the delta. Oh, we managed to save it. That's okay. Let's try and get around to Swallow fairly promptly. Oh, we're trying to be a little bit too prompt. with the accelerator there and nearly suffered the consequences. Oh, be careful, don't go on the wet stuff. Okay, 5.3 seconds to Cockabum. These tyres need to warm up a little bit. They're not quite, they haven't quite got the level of grip that I had on the in lap. Oh, it could be the fuel weight as well, actually. We've got a full tank of fuel again. Will Cockabun go in the pits this lap, or is it the next one? Oh, I lifted off the brakes too early. We keep it, as long as we keep this car straight, it might be okay going over that wet bit, yeah. Are we going to be able to overtake Cockabun? Is he going, if he doesn't go in the pits? Yeah, he's carrying on. That was a terrible hairpin. But we didn't crash, we didn't go over track limits. 2 seconds, we're not in the slipstream yet. It's about 1.6, 1.7. You first start picking up a bit of slipstream. It's not really making that much difference. Yeah, as we get closer, should do bring us over 200 mile an hour. Yeah. Oh god, oh god. It's still a little bit damp out there, yeah. Lost grip. The Cockabun is going to have to pit. I'm looking forward to actually trying that. I think it's an RX-7, isn't it? Extending it down the inside. A little bit of a tap on the door as we go past, but nothing too major. I need the car to get a bit lighter. I've not got the same level of grip because it's very heavy. We've got 3/4 of a tank, so oops, tiny little graze. I tell you what, I'd be mega impressed if this car managed to do a 205. I'll do my best. You know I always do try and take a good lap. It's not going to be this lap. Uh-oh. Right, well, at least we'll get a good exit over the line. Oh, settle. That little bit of wheel spin all the way up there was actually not a good exit. We probably lost a bit of speed. But we've got some clean track in front of us now. Yeah, 207.6, actually our slowest lap up to now. Cockabun goes in on soft, so the tyre wear must be really good on that RX-7. Okay. Turn. Just I didn't think it was going to turn in then. Oh, I carried too much speed into that corner, so I couldn't get on the accelerator as early. It wasn't a bad corner, but when I'm looking for that perfected, you know, potential 205, I know I've kind of already lost time. Grip, now I tapped the wall. This always happens. If anybody watches these series of videos, will know that as soon as I start going for that lap time that's, you know, half a second faster or, you know, feels within grasp, I just push that little bit too hard and normally make mistakes, which is probably perfectly normal. And again, I've gone and made a mistake. Third gear might have helped save some time. Yeah. Right, we'll have to hopefully have a better chance on the next lap. I'm guessing with the exit we got there, this is going to be a 206.756. Let's see how far out my my delta is. 756, I said. Oh, miles out. We must have got a terrible exit off that corner. Unless that's fuel weight, unless the fuel weight makes that much difference. Okay, let's push though. 205 may be possible. Well, you know, it is possible. It's whether it's possible for me to do. And I broke very early there, I believe, so I don't think it was the best of starts. Better exit, slow around the corner, better exit though. Gonna have to be brave here. Oh no, I turned in too late. Yeah. Grip. Oh no. Yeah, I'm not very good. Like this one. Maybe on one of the last two, we might get half a chance when the car's light. I mean, I say it's not very good. It's not like awful, but it's just not, you know, a good qualifying lap or a good fastest lap. Just pushing a little bit too hard. Right, I'm going to try and smoothen it up. As it just goes deep there. One straight. Oh, 1.1 seconds. I wonder if we're going to hit the traffic in front. There's you can see a car on the track radar that's very close. I've got I've got a feeling that we'll catch up to that car in the midsection, and we might even hit the car after that in the next lap. So let's pray for a bit of good luck for that elusive 205, because if not, the 206.6 is going to be the fastest lap for this Jag. Not turning as late. Lift, turn in. Get back on the throttle, turn it in some more. Wasn't as smooth. Oh, this Jaguar, this Dodge, what the hell? How can you... that's cost us quite a bit of time. Nice avoidance though, we really had to... dodge the Dodge, no pun intended. Where's this next car going to be? I just don't want traffic on the next lap. I want to have a chance of actually improving my lap time. Right, but it looks like it's got to be an exact repeat of the previous lap. what's the finishing time going to be for this Jag as well. Yeah, I think the Cappuccino did a sub 25. Well, I don't think it would have done a sub 24. Because we don't do wall riding, we don't cheat or do anything like that when we do these. Oh dear. It's got to be exactly the same as that Dodge, isn't it? I can feel it. Yeah, exactly the same. Oh, we haven't done a great, yeah, just... I don't know how... I wonder how the AI works, like however they built them to go, you know, to come into that corner and think that is like the way to do it. Because there's some other corners they take really well, and then some like that where it's just so off. It's not very. It's hard to kind of race against them because they're just like weirdly slow. Well, we've not had any crashes. We should have a clean race bonus, and it's been a decent, you know, performance from the Jag to say it is. It has been the slowest car in the race, I think. Well, the Dodge was last there. It was second to last in this one, but it's always towards the back. So what's the finishing time going to be? Definitely over 26 minutes. Is it going to be the slowest up to now? Well, let's find out. Rev it all the way out. I think that was a 26:15. Let's find out, and then put it on the leaderboards. Yeah, 26:15.4, with the fastest lap being a 2:06.684. With a master of editry, you will have seen the leaderboards. And we get the clean race bonus, 825,000 creditos in the back pocket. Lovely jubbly. So yeah, not a bad performance, but not by no means the fastest. So if I check the screenshot of the next car we're going to attempt, it's going to be the Alpha 8C Competition 2008. So be sure to check in for the next episode to see how that performs. I'm sure there's going to be a gem in there that is going to be rapid. Maybe it is one of the top runners, you know, the 911, the R8. Well, no, they did the R8, that performed well, but in front of the R8, there's the 911, the NSX, the Supra, the GTR, and the RX-7. So I haven't tried any of those yet, or the Subaru, but you know, if you subscribe to the channel, you'll find out how they go as well. But yeah, I think that was okay, the Jag, as expected. Not great, but okay. But for this episode, I think we're finitoed. We're done. So it's over and out from the Racing Snake. I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care.